did that with my MacBook. My MacBook was $3,000. Could I have paid it at that time? Yes. But is there a point of doing that if they let you do a 2 year interest free credit card? No, I'm not gonna pay it all at once. For what? I can
Yeah.
put that money in the stock market. This is where opportunity cost comes in play.
Yes.
Instead of me dropping $3,000 on a laptop, I can drop 200 and something dollars and put the rest in the stock market, let it grow.
Man, all right. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Investor's Playbook. As always, you have your co-host Deshaun and Cornell. Cornell, bro, how you feeling, man? Talk to him.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Fall break. Life is good, bro.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you went to go play basketball this morning, but it's because you on fall break.
I'm on
You
fall
know,
break.
you chilling right now.
I'm chilling for the whole week. DeKalb County has a whole week for fall break.
Miss
Yes,
those
sir.
days. Man. Miss those.
How
I
about
know.
yourself? You
Nah, I've
feeling
been.
good?
Yeah. I've been good. I've been good. No complaints at all. Had a very exciting weekend. Hung out with the boys. A lot happening. Like I got my wedding next year. Jamil got his wedding coming up. Devon just had his wedding. So we just been celebrating, man. Like
You really can't even say next year. Like
yeah,
I know that technically
it's
it's
like
next
3 months.
year, but man, that is coming up.
Yeah, it's like 3 months. So that is super exciting. But no, man, everything has been great, bro. I ain't got no complaints whatsoever, man. It's been smooth. Um, I got a promotion at work. That was pretty dope. I don't think I'm.
Congrats. Congrats.
Yeah, they recognize the skills. You feel me? So they had to.
That's real. As they
Yeah,
should.
right. As they should. But nah, man, it's been good. It's been good. No complaints at all. And then for the rest of this year, I mean, just getting ready for that event happening next year, and then of course, we got the holidays coming up. You feel me?
Mhm.
So lots of travel, going to go see family and whatnot. So that should be good. But speaking of, because this is always a topic around the holidays, right? Because
Mhm.
we get to October, November, December, and people start to ball out of control with their credit cards, with their accounts. They don't keep track of their money because it's all about celebrations, right? Like back to back to
Right.
back. It starts with, if you do the Halloween stuff, it starts with that. And then from there, you got Thanksgiving, which is going to be travel, and these airlines be taxing on the flights. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Between November and December, it's like heavy. So yeah, I think what we definitely need to talk about is making sure that as you are traveling this holiday season, swiping that credit card, like though you might end up using it a lot. Of course, paying attention to how much you're spending, but to make sure that you're utilizing those benefits that come with that powerful piece of plastic. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I remember back in the day, bro. I say back in the day, but I'm just talking about a couple years ago when we were debating on what car we wanted to get. You remember who was like, we ended up falling into the Citibank card, the double cash back, which
Yeah.
which was cool. It was cool.
I,
Um,
I I still love Citibank, to
oh
be
yeah,
honest.
nah, same. The double cash back is fire. Um,
It still has a
yeah,
place on my roster.
yeah, 100%. 100.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So outside of that one, what other what other of these credit card benefits do you most utilize, or do you see yourself most utilizing?
The crazy thing, man, I don't think I have a credit card that I just use the most. Like, I have a credit card for every activity that I do. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm shopping on Amazon, I'm using Amazon credit card. If I'm shopping at Whole Foods, I'm using Amazon credit card because that actually works with Whole Foods also. And I go
Yep.
to Whole Foods a lot. Um, if I am eating at any restaurant, I'm gonna use my DoorDash credit card.
Bro, I still can't believe you got a
I
DoorDash.
have, bro. It gives you 4% back on any restaurant that you go to.
Right.
Four
No, I
percent.
mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, bro. It makes sense. So, but do you still be door dashing like that, or not really?
Nah, because now I can leave my job. I was doing that when I was a teacher because I couldn't leave the school.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But now I don't have that issue, so I don't DoorDash at all.
Right. Right.
But the DoorDash credit card is actually good for restaurants also, and I eat out twice a day,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's the whole thing.
Makes sense.
And
Definitely makes.
lastly, I use my Delta Reserve. I use that for all flights, and sometimes I just feel like using it.
Yeah.
Get some points, whatever. Yeah. What about you? What is your favorite card or cards?
Definitely still rocking the double cash. I mean, that's just an all around decent card. I think same as you though. I got the Amazon joint because I mean I'm on Amazon is just one of those easy. If I need something real quick, I order it. I ain't gotta stop by the store to get it.
Hmm.
Um, so I have actually used the Amazon card quite a bit to, and then those points, man, like you could just use those to get more things if I'm gonna need the item anyway. And I think that's another thing that we want to make sure we talk about. Like for everyone that's listening, we are not just using our credit card to get points. We use our credit card for the things that we need, and the points just happen to be a byproduct of already using. I mean, we're already gonna spend the money anyway.
Right.
Um,
So it's either use your debit card, get nothing in return, or use your credit card and get whatever percentage that one gets back. And I wanted to correct myself. My bad. I'm gonna let you finish.
no, no,
I
no,
wanted to
go.
correct myself. So with the DoorDash credit card, I'm sorry, it gives you 4% on DoorDash purchases and 3% at any restaurant. Okay, I said 4% earlier, but it gives you 3% on all restaurants.
Nice. Yeah, I mean that's still solid, bro. You can't
Yeah, solid.
still solid. But yeah, so Amazon for Amazon. Um, like most regular purchases, I'm probably gonna be using either the City or that MX Platinum, man. That joint has allowed me to fly because the way that the points transfer so like seamlessly. Like I'll use my MX card and before I know it, I got enough points to literally hop on Delta flights like it ain't nothing. You know, they're one for one with Delta. So it's like it's perfect. You know what I mean? And I be traveling, so it did like just this past recent trip. I think I just had to spend. I'd spend maybe like $4 or $5 on taxes. You know what I mean? Like each way. But nah, man. Either that platinum, the Citibank, the MX card, and that's about it. I mean the Amazon card, and that's really it, bro.
Right.
Yeah, those are the main ones.
I'm not gonna lie. Now that the reserve has increased their price, I was really thinking about getting the platinum. But the only thing is, the reserve is better for getting status with a specific with Delta, and they give you 15% off, like when you use Sky Miles towards.
Mm-hmm.
But like I could see, like if if you don't have like allegiance to any flight, specific flight, and just overall value, I can definitely see platinum being like the best card. It's just, man, you got, I don't know, you got those little, I don't know, those little perks at the specific airline, especially if you only use one.
Yeah.
It's specific perks that kind of like keep you there.
No, bro. You remember when I was like heavy into United, like just
Yeah.
flying United all the time. The thing, like, and I was rocking with them for like 2, 3 years, but then it just got to a point to where the benefits stopped outweighing like the amount of money that I was spending on flights. Like the benefits stopped outweighing the amount of money I was
Yeah.
spending. United is not a cheap airline, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at United flight and I look at a Delta flight, same around the same time, but it'd be like hundreds of dollars difference.
And that's
And
crazy 'cause I never knew until you were with United, I would never realized that it was so expensive.
yes, yes, and don't get me wrong, it is a amazing airline. They like customer service. 100. But yeah, they hit you over the head a couple times with them flights, man. Um, so yeah, I have not gotten into the wherever I can kind of find like the cheapest flight. I'm probably gonna rock with it to a degree. Like I'm not finna go hop on those Spirit Airlines or
I
nothing.
was about to ask. That man's about to hop on that soul.
Nah, not doing nothing like that. Not at all. But yeah, I think that it definitely helps, even with the different credit cards, right? Like the different benefits you get. It helps if you are loyal, and I feel like every company has a credit card. And when you even dig deeper into like, how clothing companies, we used to see them back in the day, like Macy's credit card, JCPenney credit card. We never really got them joints. But I would see my mom, like I
The
remember,
crazy thing is, I have a Macy's credit card.
oh for real?
Mhm.
I think the only store credit card I got was a Best Buy. No, I have a Home Depot credit card.
Oh, I got a Best Buy and a Home Depot credit card.
Well, yeah. Got more credit cards than I realized. But yeah, I definitely I had a Best Buy one. It got closed out. It was just one of them zero interest. I used it when I got my
Yeah,
laptop. I'm
yeah.
like, no reason not to.
No
Um,
reason not to.
and then
And
pay it off, never touch it again.
I think these companies bank on people not paying it off and then create it because on those special zero interest credit cards, like if it gets to the point where the amount is due and you didn't pay it, they hit you with all the previous interest
Yes.
that
Yes.
you weren't supposed to get because it was it. Yeah, and it's crazy.
Even if you miss a payment on some, like with the home
Mm-hmm.
loan, if you don't pay that minimum balance, bruh, all that zero interest for 12 months, 24 months, bro, it's out the window. It's
It
like,
hits you.
yeah, and they hit you hard too. So they
Mhm.
really are banking on you not using automation. They're banking on you not paying the minimum balance in hopes that they can get all that interest back. So if you are opening up any of these like zero interest for 12-month credit cards, just make sure you pay them things off. Like with the zero interest, would you still recommend that they have a zero? I mean, I guess technically the whole point of that is to just pay it off before the time limit is over. So you don't really recommend having a
Right.
zero balance at the end of the month, right? It's
Mm,
just
I think
zero
the
balance.
whole point. My
Mm-hmm.
bad.
No, no,
I
go
think
ahead.
the whole point of having a zero interest is to make a huge purchase that you don't want to pay all at once. Because really, I did that with my MacBook. My MacBook was $3,000. Could I have paid it at that time? Yes. But is there a point of doing that if they let you do a 2 year interest free credit card? No, I'm not gonna pay it all at once. For what? I can
Yeah.
put that money in the stock market. This is where opportunity cost comes in play.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of me dropping $3,000 on a laptop, I can drop 200 and something dollars and put the rest in the stock market, let it grow.
Facts. Facts, man. And we see what's happening with the stock market right now. That thing is booming, bro. And it's funny because I say that now, and I feel like just a month ago I was saying the same thing. Stock market is booming. It's just when you talk about opportunity cost, man, um, you gotta leverage the opportunity to not spend the money, not spend that much money on something like right now, right? They have tons of things like you mentioned, zero interest credit cards is just one of them. Um, but yeah, I think when it comes to it, you always got to talk about like all the positive things, zero interest, the points system, all that stuff. But you got to also just remind people to like be careful because credit cards can wrap you up, man. Like,
Real quick.
yeah, it could get you wrapped up real quick. And I feel like a lot of a lot of times people don't necessarily realize how fast that can happen. You know, how fast they can swipe here, swipe here, go on a trip, come back, spend a bunch of money, and they'll think, all right, flight costs this much, hotel costs this much. That's how much my trip costs. Nah, that's like half, right? Like all the events you do, all the times you go out to eat, and then like I said, holidays are coming up. I feel like
Mm.
people about to be swiping like crazy right now. Go ahead, what are you about to say?
you really got to be mindful because it's not like the old days where everybody has like paper money and you can see it going away.
Mhm.
Like it's like things happen. You swipe, okay, you need this, you swipe. This mistake happened, you swipe. And then you look at your balance, it's like, dang, did I do all this? Like it's you're not physically seeing it come out of your account. And it's not like there's this number that pops up. Like whenever you make a purchase, it's like, okay, now you're at this. You have to do your own due diligence. You have to open up your app. You
Yes.
have to make sure that you're spending within your budget.
Yeah. It, you know what's even crazier now? Like it's not even like swiping. It's tapping. It's clicking your phone 3 times and then scanning your face. Money gone, money gone, money gone. You just and your
Wait,
credit card is like in every app that you normally use now. So you triple click, you good, and that's it. You feel me? And yeah, bro, it's so easy to spend money nowadays because your credit card number is locked up. As soon as you tap on name on card, it fills everything out for you. You feel me? It's like, yeah,
oh,
go ahead. We already got the information. Just click yes, and you're good to go. So yeah, man. Um, just making sure, like you said, being mindful and not just going credit card crazy. Because again, and if you are going like to be spending a lot of money for the next couple months, just I don't know, try and write out a budget for yourself. Tell yourself how much you want to spend for the months of November and December, really the rest of this year, right? Kind of come up with some idea on how much money you want to spend, have some kind of plan in place, right? Because what you don't want to do is come January 1st and your New Year's resolution is to pay off all this debt that you just racked up in the last 2.5 months. You know what I mean? You can avoid that right now.
mm-hmm.
You just write out how much you plan on spending and stick to it. So,
So how do you what advice can you give to people that are check to check but still want to have a great holiday for their family and kids?
that is a good question.
Mm-hmm.
My advice for someone who is literally living check to check but wants to have a good holiday is to try and stay put because flights aren't getting any cheaper. If you can invite people over to your house, let that be it. Um, I also think what I just mentioned, kind of write out a budget and describe how you want to spend your money, how much money you want to spend. And then also, and some people might not agree with this one, but just remember that there's going to be another Thanksgiving and Christmas next year. Like, you don't got to make this the most spectacular Christmas Thanksgiving. It's going to come around again next year. You know what I mean? So try and set yourself up to where you aren't living paycheck to paycheck around this time. Because if you don't make some kind of change, it's just you're gonna stay in this cycle of paying off your credit card. Interest is gonna rack back up. You're spending money on top of that, and then you're just gonna keep doing it all over again. So I think change has to happen first. Um, yeah, man. So I would just recommend setting up a plan, figuring out how much money they want to spend, and then just kind of realizing that it's like if it is not the most spectacular Thanksgiving or I can't do everything I want, it'll be okay because you got next year, and you can just make next year as amazing as you want it to be because you planned for it. You feel me? That would be my advice.
All right, guys. So basically, Deshaun said, if you're check to check, there is no Christmas.
See, that's not what I said. That is
You
not,
heard it, folks.
not what I not what I said, man.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, it's okay for for temporary, you know, to not have fun temporarily so that you can get your finances in place. So I completely agree with you. I don't feel like missing, and I hate to say it like that, but I just wanted to not sugarcoat it. I don't
Yeah,
feel like having one Christmas that's not filled with presents under the tree is going to kill your kids.
yeah,
I don't think that. I feel like it's going to be okay. you know, it'll teach them to be grateful when they do, when they can receive those things, and it'll put you in a better place because some things are more important. Like, yeah, holidays, family, spending time together is important, but also it should not be to your detriment.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got some more advice. I think they should open up a custodial account for their kids. That's free. That should be a Christmas gift. If they haven't done so already, open up a custodial account. Put like $200 in there, $100, whatever you can afford, and be like, "Look, I'm this. This is for your future." Like, explain it to them in a way that makes it, you know what I mean. Realize that it is something that they can do. Of course, kids gonna be kids. They're gonna be like, "Well, I can't hold it. I can't play with it. I can't do nothing with it. What is this?" Um,
You'd be
but I,
surprised though.
no, for sure, for
You
sure.
would be surprised. Like, I've had kids talk about finances, and I've
Mm,
had kids, like elementary kids, be interested in stocks. You see
see,
what I'm saying? So you can you would be surprised. You might not reach all kids with something so abstract. You know, it takes a certain uh type of mind, a type of intellect to even be able to comprehend a stock market, something that you can't. Well, I guess you can see like charts and stuff, but it's still an
yeah,
abstract idea.
right, right, right. Exactly.
So for a kid that young to even be interested, I feel like they have to have developed a certain amount of way.
Yeah. No, 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 for sure. Because yeah, being able to appreciate something like that does take a bit of maturity. Uh,
Yes,
yeah, it takes a bit of maturity.
for
It
sure.
also takes a bit of exposure, right? Like, if they've
For
never
sure.
even heard of the stock market, they're gonna be like, "You bought me a what?" Like, that don't matter to me. So, I think, yeah, this could be what exposes them to it, or like you mentioned, they could already have been exposed to it and can realize that this is something that's really going to set me up later. So, appreciate that, mom, dad. So, nah, I think that, man, I think you gave some solid advice, bro, for real. I
For sure. For
think
sure.
you gave some solid advice, man.
This was some solid advice.
Yeah, bro. So, yeah, with the holidays coming around, just again, utilize those credit cards responsibly, right? Uh, they they gonna
And
have.
also,
Go ahead.
don't don't go in debt to simp. Like, stop doing that. All right. So, like, women are gonna be there, and I feel like the right women are gonna be there for you.
Mm-hmm.
Stop
Yeah.
balling out on people
Sure.
that don't care anything about you.
Talking to the fellas. Yeah,
Talking to the
yeah,
fellas, man.
man.
Talking to the fellas.
You can't go simping out here, man, because it's like, yeah, it's way more things that you can do to show your appreciation for somebody, or even just show someone that you are interested in them without blowing your paycheck to paycheck, lifestyle. Like, you don't want to already be living in a position to where you can't necessarily like do what you want with your money, and then now you're digging yourself deeper into that just to impress someone else. So yeah, that I think is important.
People out here will take advantage of you, especially in these times. Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Be
But
careful.
it's tough out here, man. People gonna take it if they can get it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man. I was having a conversation it was just we were at a lounge. It was just with two women. And just hearing them talk, I'm just like, bruh, is very revealing.
what type of
And I
stuff?
know it's not everyone. What's up?
What type of stuff was they saying, bro? We gotta give us an insight. What was they saying?
Like, just basically that they're not cheap, which I don't expect anybody to be cheap, but the type of things that they're expecting is crazy,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah,
Of course. Like, first first dates over $200. Like, I feel like it's crazy. Most people do not make a lot of money. I want to say the median income is like 60,000. But
yeah,
yet a lot of people expect men to just shovel out money from. I feel like at that point, whoever that is not they're not worried about your well-being. They don't care about it
Uh,
because it's like, I'm sorry.
no, no, no. Go ahead, because I'm gonna just piggyback on what you say, but you continue, bro.
I think it's like I'm not thinking about how much you make. I'm not thinking about what your occupation is. These are the things I expect. And I feel like sometimes those wants are not realistic.
Yeah. I also just think it's a little. It's a bit retroactive. It doesn't really mean to some degree. It doesn't mean anything substantial, right? Like you saying that you're gonna spend money, or you saying that you are desiring that someone spend money on you, and that means that they care about you. It's like, does it though? I think if someone did something that was beyond something that anyone can do, and I say anyone sparingly because not everyone can just drop $200 like on dinner. Um, but to have that as a demand or as a requirement, I think is a bit off-putting. Like in the beginning, like I don't even know you. You know what I mean? Like we're just getting to know each other. So I think um, the idea of making it, and I mean I don't know. Maybe women see that as like, oh, he's willing to do this, and that means that I'm special. Not sure. But I feel like again, there are a lot of different ways to show that you are interested in someone outside of you just breaking the bank. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Creativity can go a really long way. You know?
I feel that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel
But
that way too. And now you got Chat GPT. You ain't even got to be creative. Just, just, just put that in Chat GPT.
be like, hey, give me some game. Help me write a poem real quick. There's this girl I like. I'm really digging her. And then you send that text message to her, bro. You good? Just make sure you remove the quotes because ChatGPT
Yeah, the quotation.
remove those stars at the beginning. You good, bro?
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Nah, man, but not for real. Don't go crazy with the credit cards. Just be easy with them. Make sure you always pay them off at the end of every month. But utilize those benefits. Credit cards can definitely uh, like give you some awesome points, some awesome benefits, some cash back in a lot of cases. So
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Just gotta make sure
Because
that you're responsible with it. Go ahead.
yeah, just think about like how much you spend in a year.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Just think about how much you spend. So say you spend 50K in a year, which is, that's I feel like that's
Very
like
normal.
kind of normal. You see what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Spending 50K. All right. Now think about what 2% of 50K is. Was that like $1,000?
$1,000.
It's like $1,000.
Yeah.
So that's $1,000 extra that you got that year
hmm
that you basically got for nothing.
Yeah. And that's on the
Which,
low end. 50,000. People spend 150 a year. You know what I mean? You could go a lot higher than that. So,
yeah,
but
depending
either,
on how much you,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Either way, it's free perks, right? And the
Mhm.
only time that it will bite you, or you shooting yourself in the foot, is if you are letting the interest take away from that, $1,000 that you're making off that 50K, because your interest can definitely eat you up. Credit card rates, I feel like the lowest that I've seen lately was like 21, 22%, but they can go almost up to like 30%, 29.99. I feel like. So, gotta be careful when it comes to that stuff.
Hmm.
Because it'll literally defeat the purpose of the perks if you are paying money and interest. It just blows it away.
Right. And the credit card interest, if you have credit card interest, there's no point even investing in a lot of assets
No,
because there's not a whole lot of gain that you can get that's going to compensate for what you're losing in that credit card. 30% is crazy. Like that they say the average like for the S&P 500 is like 11%. Like I feel like now it's a little higher, but
yeah. It's not
just to be
30
consistent,
though.
it's definitely not 30. It's
So
definitely not 30. So just yeah.
if you got a balance on your credit card that is like, yeah, just try and knock it out. Try and knock it out. Utilize the points. If you got the zero interest, you're good, but make sure that you're paying it every month because you do not
Mm-hmm.
want that to. You don't want to. If you read the fine print, like we were saying earlier, you miss a payment, all that zero interest perk, all that could go away. And the moment that you are at that moment, at that 12-month or 24-month, whatever your timeline is for having that zero interest, if that credit card ain't at zero, like they will backdate all that interest. So you just like don't even just make sure you pay it off, man. So, but before you get any interest on those zero interest credit cards. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, man. But all right, brother.
Yeah.
Um, definitely gave some good gems today. I feel like we uh, had a message that the people, I hope that you all appreciate and take with you as you go into the holiday season. Um, yeah. Anything
Yep.
else for
Nah, credit cards are not evil.
me? Nah.
That's it. They're not evil, but if used irresponsibly, they can hurt you for a lifetime.
Great power, great responsibility, man. That's all it is.
For sure.
Sure. All right, man. Cool. Well, that wraps up another episode. We're going to catch y'all next week. Holla.
Peace.